What is new in Supercell ID?
Indigo Dragons.
Welcome fellow Clash addicts, this is Merlin of Indigo Dragons. The autumn update of Clash of Clans saw big changes to Supercell ID, so we're going to take a look at what those changes are. And for those of you who don't know about Supercell ID or haven't used it yet, we're also going to tell you how you can sign up and why it's such a great idea. So let's take a look at the new changes then. The first one is you can set a profile name for your Supercell ID. So this is for not just in the game, but actually for Supercell ID. And then you can pick an avatar. So if you had Supercell ID already, you'd be greeted with a screen where you have to set a name, avatar, and then add your friends. Now the avatar is a different character from different Supercell games, and you can choose a different background to personalise it a bit. So we've picked a purple one there. We're going to go for an angry looking cross-eyed barbarian from Clash of Clans. Then it asks you if you want to add some friends. Now the friends it offers up are the friends that you have inside Clash of Clans, but of course you can add others, and you get a list here. You can tick which ones you want to invite, and then there's this add friends button here, and there's some different options for adding friends. If you've got friends outside the game, you know, like real friends, you might want to show them the QR code. They can scan that with their phone by going into the camera, and it will scan the QR code so they can link up with your Supercell ID profile quickly. You can also share a link, so you could share a link with one of your friends via text or in an email or on social media if you wanted to, and you can add friends that way. Now if we click the cog button and go into settings, there's a couple of settings that we can make. The main ones are to set whether you want your friends to see what game you're playing and when you're online. So that's one of the features of Supercell ID. You can see when your friends are online and what game they're playing, what Supercell game. You can choose to turn that off. The other one you can choose to turn off is whether you want to receive requests to be friends in Supercell ID or not. So you can turn that on or off. Now you can also see all of the Supercell games that you've got installed and which ones are linked up with Supercell ID, and you can click to play on them from here as well. So this just shows you that interface through the Supercell ID button in the game. From the settings button in the game, you can get to your other games. You can also see the messages at the top, which are not really messages, they're just a list of friends requests, people that have requested to be your friends, and you can choose to accept or decline. If you click on the friend, it will show you what their names are in the different Supercell games. So that might help jog your memory as to who these people are that are requesting to be your friends. Maybe you'll find out you've randomly got more than one friend in different Supercell games without knowing. Unlikely, but I don't know. And then when you've linked up with some friends, you can see a list of all the friends that you've got here, and you can see it says whether they're online or not. So at the top there, Queen Elizabeth is online, but she's playing Heyday, not Clash of Clans. Right, now let's have a look in the other software then. So all of these games have got Supercell ID, but they don't have these new features to link up with friends and things. We can just see whether you're using them, except for Brawl Stars. Brawl Stars has got this setting. So if we go into Brawl Stars and look in the settings there, you'll see the same screen, this new Supercell ID interface where you can see what game. So yes, you can see what game your friends are playing on Supercell ID, but only in Brawl Stars and Clash of Clans. Now if we disconnect from Supercell ID, then you wanted to set up Supercell ID from scratch, when you go into settings you would have a disconnected button, and if you click on that you can set up Supercell ID. So let's take a look at that now. So the point of Supercell ID is to link your game to an email address so that you can move between devices and log into the game, and it'll work across iOS and Android devices. Also, if you lose a device, no worries. Oh, well, apart from the fact you've got to replace the device, but your game is safe. You could go load up the game on another device, and by going into Supercell ID and signing in, you would enter your email address that you've registered your Supercell ID for your game account with, and they would send you an email, a 6-digit code that you can then type in. So if you're already registered, you click this login button, And if you want to create a new one, all you've got to do is type in an email address. You re-enter the email address and you choose whether you want to receive news and updates from Supercell ID as well. You usually also get a button if you actually do this. I haven't done it for a while, I'm not going to do it right now, register another one. But you usually get a button to remember you on that device, and that's very useful because then we can use this fast switch button to get a list of all the Supercell IDs that we've connected up to the game previously that we've asked to be remembered on this device. So if you're sharing a device with lots of different people, then you'll find that you can swap quickly between accounts. Or if you have multiple accounts, you can swap quickly to donate yourself troops or to do another battle in Clash of Clans whilst you're waiting for your other troops to train up. Very quick and easy to do, just a couple of clicks to swap between accounts with that fast switch button now. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.